Studies show that 100% of everybody in the world wants to curl up indoors and do nothing because it's so darn cold out there. That's why many people are turning to Bombas, whose pillowy plush slippers and warm merino wool socks have been said to be the most comfortable in the history of feet. Bombas products have been found to boost coziness by up to 1,000,000%. Okay, enough fake statistics, but could Bombas socks and slippers really be the cure? Go to bombas.com/audio and use code AUDIO for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com and use code AUDIO.
The best gifts of the holidays make your loved ones glow, inside and out. This season, Osea's Undaria Algae Body Butter is a surefire hit for everyone on your list. It leaves your skin feeling soft, smooth, and deeply nourished, with scents of grapefruit, lime, and cypress, combined with the sweet notes of mango mandarin. Give the gift of confidence this holiday season with Osea. Get 10% off your first order site-wide with code OSEAGLOW at OseaMalibu.com.
Fall is all about cozy comforts, but when you're prioritizing your health, it's easy to feel like you're missing out. With Hero Bread, you can enjoy all your fall favorites because they're made with Hero Bread sliced bread loaves, tortillas, bagels, dinner rolls, and more. Try their all-new Hero Noodles with 12 grams of protein and just 80 calories. You won't believe Hero Bread's options have 0 to 5 grams net carbs and are high fiber from the taste and texture. They've even got small batch drops of indulgent favorites like the popular Hero Croissant. And right now, Hero Bread is offering 10% off your order. Go to hero.co and use code FALL25 at checkout. That's FALL25 at HERO.co. All figures are per serving of Hero Bread. Contains 2 to 18 grams of fat per serving. See the product nutrition panels on hero.co for more information.
Doors closing.
Morning, Allie.
Good morning, Mason.
You look less verklempt than usual.
There wasn't any crazy person on the platform today. I didn't see anyone from the time I left my apartment until the train pulled up. You know how I usually have a couple candy bars in case I run into homeless people?
Yeah?
I had to give it to Calvin, driving the train.
Thanks for that, Allie.
And that's why the pigeons are in on it. Always watching, always cooing. Government drones, the whole lot of them.
$10 says he's got spreadsheets.
No way. He's more of a binder full of newspaper clippings guy.
Do you know how many pigeons there are in Chicago? Billions. You think that's natural?
I mean, I have seen a suspicious amount of pigeons around Wrigley lately.
Careful, Mason. You nod along too much and he'll draft you into the pigeon resistance.
This is Tales from the Blue Line by Auditory Anthology.
Feels like a 3 a.m. exclusive.
Yeah. Speaking of late night exclusives, I got a story from one of my teachers in nursing school, and this one, no pigeons.
Oh, good, because I couldn't survive another story about avian espionage.
Trust me, this one's stranger. It starts with a patient who checked in, even though his insurance was out of network, because he was from another planet.
This is Austin. This is a Blue Line train to downtown and O'Hare.
At 2:45 a.m., the emergency department at St. Philip's Hospital had entered its natural nocturnal rhythm. It was a disturbing mix of fluorescent fatigue and background beeping that could lull anyone into delirium if the coffee didn't kick in first. Nurse Tanya balanced a cup of lukewarm brew on a clipboard while scanning the triage board. Sprained ankle from a dance-off, the teenager who swore he wasn't drunk, just allergic to gravity, and someone in exam 3 who insisted their cat had cursed them. She'd worked enough overnights to know that, at this hour, medicine gave way to anthropology. The patients weren't sick so much as weird. Across the waiting room, the security guard had the night's entertainment tuned to a muted TV marathon of Star Trek reruns. He nodded off, somewhere between Captain Kirk's moral lesson and the next car alarm outside. The man with a fishhook in his thumb tried to flag Tanya down. "Ma'am, does this count as urgent?" "Depends," she said without looking up. "Are you still attached to the fish?" He wasn't. She marked him low priority and went back to the intake screen. The glowing list scrolled on endlessly. Fever, chest pain, possible allergic reaction to shrimp tacos. The word tacos was in all caps, which meant the patient was serious. Tanya yawned. took another sip of coffee, and muttered to herself, "Just 4 more hours to a lifetime supply of caffeine." That was when the paramedic doors slammed open. A pair of EMTs rolled in a gurney, one of them grinning like he just won a bet. "Hey, Tanya," he called, "got a good one for you tonight." She sighed, setting down her coffee. "Define good." The EMT stepped aside, revealing the patient, a man in a shimmering silver tracksuit, clutching what looked suspiciously like a small metal lunchbox. He smiled pleasantly and said, "Greetings. I am an extraterrestrial visitor. I come in peace." Tanya blinked, dead tired but not surprised. "Great. Welcome to Earth. What seems to be the problem?" The man tilted his head. "I may have dislocated my shoulder." Tanya guided the gurney into exam room 4, motioning for the EMTs to hang back. "All right, Mr.—" The man adjusted his silver jacket with dignified precision. "Designation isn't pronounceable in your tongue. You may refer to me as… Todd." "Todd," she said, scribbling a note into the chart. "And what galaxy are you visiting us from tonight?" He considered. "Milky Way." She smirked. "Excellent choice. Convenient commute." The EMT at the door snorted. Tanya shot him a look, and he mumbled an apology before rolling the empty stretcher back down the hall, still chuckling. Tanya slipped on gloves. "So, Todd, how exactly did you hurt your shoulder?" "Atmospheric turbulence during descent," he said seriously. "You really should consider reinforcing your ionosphere. It's very bumpy." "Uh-huh," she said, checking range of motion. "Any pain when I do this?" "Only existential." Tanya sighed. "You and everyone else in this room." His shoulder was fine. Perfect, actually. It was not a bruise, not a strain. His vitals, however, made no sense. Heart rate steady but unusually slow, temperature just below normal, pulse oximeter refusing to register at all. She switched machines twice, then gave up and jotted down equipment error. "Do you have any allergies?" she asked. "Only to deceit," Todd said. "Okay, I'll just write none reported." He watched her work with open curiosity. "You're very efficient for someone from a species still using internal combustion engines." "Yeah," Tanya said, "and yet somehow we keep moving." "Your people fascinate me," Todd said. "You've mastered stress as both an art and a fuel source." "Tell that to my union rep," she said, and clicked her pen. "I'll get the doctor." When she left the room, she caught her reflection in the supply cabinet glass. Her eyes were tired, hair frizzled, the faintest blue glow bouncing off the walls behind her. She turned back. The light was gone. So was the metal lunchbox he'd been holding. When Tanya returned with the doctor, Todd was sitting, cross-legged on the exam table, humming to himself. The metal lunchbox was back, perched neatly at his side as if it had never disappeared. Dr. Klein, who'd worked enough overnights to be unshockable, scanned the chart and said flatly, "So, shoulder pain and possible alien origins." Todd nodded solemnly. "Temporary discomfort during re-entry. Also, gravity seems clingier than I remember." Klein arched an eyebrow. "You've been here before?" "Once. 1978. You had better music then." Tanya bit the inside of her cheek to keep from laughing. Klein didn't even blink. "We'll start with vitals," he said, gesturing for Tanya to take the readings. She slipped the pulse oximeter on Todd's finger again. The machine beeped once, flickered, and shut off completely. "Told you it didn't like me," Todd said. Klein frowned. "Fine, manual check. Pulse." Tanya pressed 2 fingers to his wrist. It's there, but it feels—" "Counterclockwise," Todd supplied helpfully. Klein shot her a look that said, "Don't encourage him." They drew blood next. Todd watched the syringe with scientific interest. "You still use needles," he said. "Fascinating. We phased those out centuries ago." "Lucky you," Tanya said. She labeled the vial and placed it under the lamp. The liquid inside shimmered faintly, catching a strange blue tint like the reflection of an aquarium light. Klein noticed it too. His pen froze mid-note. Bad fluorescent bulbs, Tanya said quickly. Todd smiled. Or good evolution. He leaned forward conspiratorially. You should rest more, Tanya. She stiffened. How do you… Your caffeine levels suggest exhaustion, and your adrenal glands are bored. Besides, he added lightly, you'll get that transfer next month if you do. Her stomach dropped. She hadn't told anyone about the transfer request, not even HR yet. They looked at each other. Klein capped his pen. All right, Mr. Todd, we'll run these tests and… But when they both looked back at Todd, the bed was empty. The lunchbox was gone, too. The curtain swayed gently, like someone had brushed past. Klein sighed. I hate it when psych evals walk. Tanya didn't answer. She was staring at the monitor, still reading her patient's vitals. Heart rate, 60 beats per minute. Status, stable. Location, unknown. By the time security finished checking the hallways, there was no sign of Todd. No silver tracksuit, no open door, not even the faintest squeak of sneakers on tile. It was as if he had never been there at all. The night charge nurse peeked her head into the room. You lose another one, Tanya exhaled. Define lose. Patient walks out, you file the AMA. Patient evaporates, you call housekeeping. Tanya gave her a blank look. Housekeeping? They're the only ones who ever find anything around here. The charge nurse moved on, leaving Tanya alone in the exam room. She straightened the sheet on the bed, out of habit more than anything, and noticed something gleaming on the pillow. The metal lunchbox. She hesitated, then flipped the latch. Inside was a folded piece of paper and a single hospital wristband, perfectly printed with his name. Todd, unpronounceable. The note read in neat block letters, Excellent care, do not bill insurance, recommend Planet. Tanya laughed. Sure thing, Todd. She set the note aside, more amused than unnerved, and took the lunchbox down to the lab to drop off his glowing blood sample. But when she arrived, Dr. Klein was waiting at the counter, holding a printout. Funny thing, he said. That sample you sent? The analyzer spit it right back out. Contamination? He shook his head. It said the composition didn't match any known biological material. No DNA, no cells, no nothing. The system literally doesn't know what it is. Tanya raised an eyebrow. Maybe the machine's tired, too. Klein handed her the report. You tell me. She looked down. Across the entire sheet, the analyzer had printed the same 3 words over and over, filling every line of the page. Patient not found. Patient not found. Patient not found. Tanya stared at it for a moment, then felt her phone buzz. New email. From HR. Subject. Transfer approved. She smiled faintly, glancing toward the sliding ER doors as they opened for no one. A faint gust of air brushed her face, cold, crisp, and smelling vaguely of ozone. "Good luck out there, Todd," she said.
Studies show that 100% of everybody in the world wants to curl up indoors and do nothing because it's so darn cold out there. That's why many people are turning to Bombas, whose pillowy plush slippers and warm merino wool socks have been said to be the most comfortable in the history of feet. Bombas products have been found to boost coziness by up to 1,000,000%. Okay, enough fake statistics, but could Bombas socks and slippers really be the cure? Go to bombas.com/audio and use code AUDIO for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com and use code AUDIO.
The best gifts of the holidays make your loved ones glow, inside and out. This season, Osea's Undaria Algae Body Butter is a surefire hit for everyone on your list. It leaves your skin feeling soft, smooth, and deeply nourished, with scents of grapefruit, lime, and cypress, combined with the sweet notes of mango mandarin. Give the gift of confidence this holiday season with Osea. Get 10% off your first order site-wide with code OSEAGLOW at OSEAMalibu.com.
So you're telling me a guy walked into the ER claiming to be an alien and somehow still got treated faster than I did the last time I went in for a sprained wrist?
Well, he did have universal coverage.
No, absolutely not. That pun should be illegal.
Hey, how many opportunities will I get to use that line?
I just can't get over the note, excellent care, do not bill insurance. That's the most realistic part of the story.
Yeah, I figure if he was an alien, he probably went back to his planet telling everyone Earth hospitals are out of network.
Tell me that wasn't a metal lunchbox.
Don't worry, I'm sure it's just turbulence during re-entry.
You and your dad jokes are from another dimension.
What can I say? I come in peace.
Tales from the Blue Line by Auditory Anthology is written and produced by me, Keith Conrad. Your narrator is Darren Marlar. Be sure to check out Darren's award-winning paranormal podcast, Weird Darkness, available at weirddarkness.com and your podcast app of choice. If you have a story you'd like to contribute to this series, you can do so by visiting submissions.soundconceptmedia.com or just follow the link in the show notes. You can also support the show by subscribing to our new Substack at auditoryanthology.substack.com. By becoming a paid subscriber, you'll help keep the stories coming. You'll also get every single episode completely commercial-free, and now you can also vote on which story will feature in upcoming episodes.